I had chosen this land for a reason. 10 acres of thick woods, rolling hills, and a long gravel driveway that curled through the trees before reaching the log cabin I had built with my own 2 hands. It was remote, peaceful, and most importantly, free from the tyranny of a homeowners association. Or so I had thought. It started subtly at first. One afternoon, I returned from a trip to town and noticed something strange near the entrance to my property. A brand new sign, gleaming in the afternoon sun, had been hammered into the ground just before my driveway. My stomach churned. I had deliberately chosen land well outside of any HOA's jurisdiction. This was a mistake, right? Maybe some overzealous neighbor had put it up in error. I wasted no time yanking the sign from the ground, tossing it into the back of my truck. The next day, another one appeared in the same spot. This time, I took photos, documenting the intrusion. I had never signed any agreement to be part of an HOA, and no one had the right to enforce rules on my private property. I was determined to get to the bottom of this before it escalated. A week later, the situation took a drastic turn. I had gone into town for supplies, basic things like canned food, ammunition, and fuel for the generator. As I turned onto my road, I slammed on the brakes. An iron gate, complete with a heavy-duty lock, now blocked my driveway. I stepped out of my truck, heart pounding. The gate had the same HOA branding as the sign I had removed. A small laminated notice was attached to the bars, informing me that, due to community regulations, non-compliant residents must undergo an integration process before gaining full access. Integration process. Non-compliant resident? Rage boiled inside me. This was my land. No HOA had jurisdiction here, and they had no right to barricade my property. I grabbed the laminated paper, crumpling it in my fist before yanking on the gate. It didn't budge. The lock was a thick, industrial-grade mechanism. I had 2 choices, back down or fight. I chose to fight. The Whispering Pines HOA office sat in a pristine cul-de-sac a few miles from my land. A cluster of nearly identical houses lined the street, all painted in the same beige color, each with perfectly manicured lawns that looked like they had never felt the weight of a single leaf. It was everything I had tried to escape. I marched inside, fists clenched. The receptionist barely glanced up before sighing, as if she dealt with people like me every day. "Name?" she asked, tapping her nails against a keyboard. "Doesn't matter," I growled. "I need to speak to whoever thinks they can put a damn gate on my property." She pursed her lips before glancing at a schedule. "Linda Carter is the HOA president. She'll see you now." Linda Carter was exactly what I had expected, mid-50s, stiffly ironed blouse, and an air of self-importance that made my skin crawl. She sat behind an oversized mahogany desk, a smug smile playing at the corners of her lips. "Ah, you must be Mr. Reynolds," she said. "I was wondering when you'd come in." I leaned forward. "Take the damn gate down." She let out a slow, measured sigh. "I'm afraid that's not possible. Your property is now under Whispering Pines HOA jurisdiction, and—" "Like hell it is. I never signed anything. My land is outside the HOA boundaries." Linda clasped her hands together, her expression a mix of amusement and condescension. "Due to recent expansions and a newly established community directive, your road has been deemed part of our governing area. You are, of course, welcome to officially join and receive full benefits." I scoffed. "Not a chance." Her smile faltered just slightly. "Then you will be subject to the integration process. Until then, restrictions apply." "You have until tomorrow to remove that gate," I snapped. "Or I'll do it myself." Linda's eyes gleamed. "I'd be careful with that, Mr. Reynolds. Tampering with HOA property carries serious consequences." "Have a nice day." Back home, I pored over every document I had on my land. The deed, the property map, the original purchase agreement. Nowhere did it mention an HOA. The road leading to my property wasn't even a designated community road. It was mine. I contacted a lawyer, but the news wasn't good. Whispering Pines HOA had found a legal loophole. By annexing a small, abandoned strip of land near my entrance and incorporating it into their expansion zone, they had managed to argue in local court that my property now fell under their governance. It was underhanded, predatory, and completely infuriating. But it wasn't over. I wasn't going to roll over and let some bureaucratic nightmare strip me of my rights. The next morning, I woke up to find a second notice taped to my door. This one was even more absurd than the last. Failure to comply with Whispering Pines HoA regulations will result in escalating fines, restricted access, and potential legal action. Your integration assessment is scheduled for Monday. Integration assessment. I crumpled the paper, tossing it aside before marching to my truck. I had enough supplies to last weeks, if not months. If they thought they could starve me out or pressure me into submission, they were sorely mistaken. But they weren't done. Over the next few days, small things started happening. My mailbox was ripped out and replaced with an HoA-approved model, locked, of course. My driveway had a fresh coat of gravel, courtesy of the HoA, along with a note detailing the service fee I now owed them. Then, my power went out. I had backup generators, but the principle of the matter enraged me. A quick call to the utility company confirmed what I had feared. The HoA had requested a temporary suspension due to my non-compliance. That was it. I was done playing nice. I grabbed my bolt cutters, threw them in the truck, and headed straight for that gate. If they wanted a war, I was ready to give them one. Leadership plays a pivotal role in navigating organizations and societies through periods of change. Effective leadership fosters a vision that aligns with strategic goals, ensuring stability while adapting to new challenges. Leaders must be adaptable, decisive, and empathetic, inspiring confidence among their teams. They shape company culture, influence productivity, and drive innovation. Great leaders such as Steve Jobs and Elon Musk have demonstrated how visionary leadership can propel industries forward. Leadership is not just about managing resources but about inspiring and guiding people through uncertainty. Traits like emotional intelligence, active listening, and resilience are crucial. Leadership styles also vary. Some leaders adopt transformational leadership, inspiring and motivating employees, while others may take a transactional approach, emphasizing structure and order. Leadership in crisis management is another crucial aspect. During economic downturns, pandemics, or technological disruptions, strong leadership can mean the difference between survival and collapse. Effective communication, transparency, and trust building are essential components of crisis leadership. Furthermore, modern leadership increasingly focuses on inclusivity and diversity. A diverse leadership team brings varied perspectives, fostering innovation and better decision-making. The ability to manage and unite diverse teams is a hallmark of a successful leader in the contemporary world. Technology has profoundly reshaped human society, influencing communication, industry, and everyday life. From the advent of the Internet to artificial intelligence, technological advancements have revolutionized the way people interact, work, and access information. One of the most significant impacts of technology is globalization. Digital connectivity has bridged geographical barriers, enabling international collaboration, trade, and cultural exchange. Social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram have transformed communication, allowing people to stay connected across continents. However, technology also presents challenges. The digital divide remains a pressing issue, with many individuals and communities lacking access to essential technological resources. This gap exacerbates socioeconomic inequalities, limiting opportunities for education and employment. Additionally, concerns over data privacy and security have grown as technology advances. Cybersecurity threats, identity theft, and data breaches are increasing, prompting the need for robust regulatory frameworks. Companies and governments must prioritize digital ethics, ensuring user data is protected and responsibly managed. Artificial intelligence and automation are redefining industries, raising concerns about job displacement. While technology enhances efficiency, it also eliminates traditional roles, necessitating res-killing initiatives. Education systems must adapt, equipping individuals with skills relevant to a technology-driven economy. Despite these challenges, technology continues to offer immense benefits, from medical advancements to environmental sustainability solutions. The future of technology lies in ethical innovation, ensuring progress benefits all members of society. Education has undergone a significant transformation, shifting from traditional classroom settings to dynamic, technology-driven learning environments. The rise of e-learning platforms, digital resources, and interactive teaching methods has revolutionized how knowledge is acquired and disseminated. Traditional education systems, rooted in rigid curricula, are gradually evolving to emphasize critical thinking, creativity, and problem-solving. With the advent of online learning platforms like Coursera, Udemy, and Khan Academy, education is becoming more accessible. Individuals can now acquire new skills at their own pace, breaking geographical and financial barriers to learning. Personalized learning is another groundbreaking development. Adaptive learning technologies use artificial intelligence to tailor educational experiences to individual students' needs. This approach enhances engagement and retention, making learning more effective and enjoyable. However, education still faces challenges such as unequal access to quality learning resources. The digital divide, economic disparities, and outdated curricula hinder educational progress in many regions. Bridging this gap requires investment in infrastructure, teacher training, and innovative educational policies. Moreover, the debate over standardized testing versus holistic assessment continues. Many argue that traditional grading systems fail to capture students' true potential, emphasizing rote memorization over practical skills. Alternative assessment models, including project-based learning and experiential education, are gaining traction. The future of education will likely be a hybrid model, blending online and offline learning. Virtual reality, gamification, and artificial intelligence will further enhance educational experiences, making learning more immersive and engaging. Climate change and environmental sustainability are among the most pressing global challenges. Human activities, including deforestation, industrial emissions, and plastic pollution, have significantly impacted the planet. Addressing these issues requires collective efforts from individuals, corporations, and governments. The effects of climate change are evident in rising global temperatures, extreme weather events, and biodiversity loss. Melting polar ice caps and rising sea levels threaten coastal communities, while deforestation accelerates habitat destruction and contributes to carbon emissions. Sustainability initiatives are gaining momentum as societies recognize the urgency of environmental conservation. Renewable energy sources, such as solar and wind power, are replacing fossil fuels, reducing carbon footprints. Companies are adopting green technologies and sustainable practices to minimize environmental impact. Government policies play a crucial role in driving sustainability efforts. International agreements like the Paris Agreement aim to limit global warming, while local policies promote recycling, conservation, and responsible resource management. Businesses are also committing to corporate social responsibility (CSR) initiatives, integrating sustainability into their operations. Individual actions matter too. Reducing single-use plastics, conserving energy, supporting eco-friendly brands, and advocating for environmental policies contribute to a greener future. Education and awareness campaigns further empower communities to adopt sustainable practices. The future of sustainability lies in innovation. Advances in green technology, circular economies, and carbon capture solutions hold the potential to mitigate environmental damage and create a more sustainable world. Artificial intelligence, AI, is transforming industries, from healthcare to finance, but its ethical implications remain a topic of debate. As AI systems become more sophisticated, concerns about bias, privacy, and decision-making autonomy emerge. One major ethical concern is algorithmic bias. AI models are trained on existing data. Technological advancements have reshaped our world in ways that were once unimaginable. From artificial intelligence to quantum computing, the impact of these innovations is far-reaching. The integration of technology in everyday life has facilitated efficiency, productivity, and convenience. The evolution of the Internet, for example, has revolutionized communication, making it instantaneous and globally accessible. Furthermore, automation has transformed industries, from manufacturing to healthcare, reducing human error and enhancing precision. The significance of technology in education cannot be overlooked. Online learning platforms have democratized access to knowledge, allowing individuals from different socioeconomic backgrounds to acquire education. Additionally, the rise of blockchain technology is redefining financial transactions by introducing decentralization and security. Despite these benefits, concerns such as cybersecurity threats, privacy issues, and job displacement due to automation need to be addressed. Ethical considerations regarding AI decision-making also pose significant challenges. Therefore, as technology continues to evolve, society must find a balance between innovation and ethical responsibility. Climate change remains one of the most pressing global issues. The increasing carbon footprint due to industrialization, deforestation, and fossil fuel consumption has led to global warming, erratic weather patterns, and rising sea levels. Environmental sustainability aims to combat these effects by promoting eco-friendly practices and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and hydropower offer sustainable alternatives to fossil fuels. Governments and organizations worldwide are investing in green technology to mitigate the adverse effects of climate change. Additionally, sustainable agriculture practices, including organic farming and permaculture, contribute to environmental conservation while ensuring food security. Individual actions also play a crucial role. Simple steps such as reducing plastic usage, conserving water, and adopting energy-efficient appliances can make a significant impact. Awareness campaigns and policy changes are essential in fostering a collective effort to combat climate change. The future of our planet depends on our commitment to sustainability. Economic inequality is a growing concern globally, with wealth distribution heavily skewed towards a small percentage of the population. The disparity between the rich and the poor continues to widen, leading to social and economic tensions. Factors contributing to this inequality include unequal access to education, discrimination, and disparities in wages. Capitalism, while driving economic growth, often exacerbates inequality. Large corporations accumulate wealth while workers struggle with stagnant wages. The gig economy has further complicated this issue, offering flexibility but often lacking job security and benefits. Government policies play a crucial role in addressing economic inequality. Progressive taxation, social welfare programs, and minimum wage laws are some measures that can help redistribute wealth. Education and skill development initiatives can empower individuals from marginalized communities, providing them with better economic opportunities. Addressing economic inequality requires a multifaceted approach that involves governments, businesses, and individuals. Creating an inclusive economy where wealth is distributed more equitably ensures social stability and sustainable growth. Globalization has interconnected the world like never before, influencing economies, politics, and cultures. While it has fostered cross-cultural exchanges and economic growth, it has also raised concerns about cultural homogenization and the loss of indigenous traditions. The spread of global brands, media, and Western ideologies has often overshadowed local cultures. Traditional practices, languages, and customs face the risk of being diluted or forgotten. The dominance of the English language, for instance, has led to the decline of many native dialects. On the positive side, globalization has facilitated cultural appreciation and diversity. People have access to different cuisines, music, and fashion trends from around the world. Social media has played a significant role in cultural exchange, allowing individuals to share their traditions and learn from others. Preserving cultural identity amidst globalization requires conscious efforts. Governments and communities must invest in cultural education, promote local art and heritage, and encourage bilingualism. Embracing globalization while maintaining cultural uniqueness ensures a balanced and enriched society. Social media has transformed the way people interact, communicate, and perceive themselves. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter have provided unprecedented connectivity, but they have also introduced psychological challenges. One of the most significant concerns is the impact on mental health. Studies have shown a correlation between social media usage and increased levels of anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. The curated nature of social media content often leads to unrealistic comparisons, fostering feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction. Cyberbullying is another major issue, with individuals facing online harassment and abuse. The anonymity of the Internet emboldens negative behaviors, affecting the mental well-being of victims. Moreover, excessive screen time can lead to addiction, reducing real-life social interactions and productivity. Despite these challenges, social media also has positive aspects. It serves as a platform for activism, education, and community building. Many individuals have found support networks and professional opportunities through social media. To mitigate the adverse effects, digital literacy and responsible usage must be encouraged. Setting screen time limits, promoting positive online interactions, and fostering real-world connections can help maintain a healthy relationship with social media. Modern technology has significantly altered human behavior, affecting communication, cognitive functions, and social interactions. The widespread adoption of smartphones, social media, and artificial intelligence has reshaped how individuals think, interact, and even make decisions. One major impact is the reduction of attention spans. Research indicates that the average human attention span has drastically decreased due to the constant influx of digital stimuli. People are now accustomed to receiving information in bite-sized formats, which has led to a decline in deep thinking and the ability to concentrate on complex tasks for extended periods. Social media has redefined communication, enabling instant connectivity but also promoting superficial relationships. While platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter allow individuals to maintain contact, they have also been linked to increased feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and depression. The curated nature of online personas often creates unrealistic comparisons, leading to self-esteem issues. Technology has also transformed the workforce, with automation and artificial intelligence taking over tasks previously performed by humans. While this increases efficiency and productivity, it also leads to job displacement and necessitates the need for upskilling and retraining. Moreover, the ethical implications of technology, such as data privacy concerns and misinformation, continue to be significant challenges. The rapid spread of fake news, deepfake technology, and algorithmic bias further complicate the digital landscape, demanding stringent regulatory measures. Sustainable energy is the cornerstone of combating climate change and ensuring a greener future. The transition from fossil fuels to renewable sources such as solar, wind, and hydroelectric power presents both opportunities and challenges. One of the primary advantages of sustainable energy is its potential to reduce carbon emissions. Solar panels and wind turbines generate electricity without producing greenhouse gases, making them viable alternatives to coal and natural gas. However, these technologies require significant investment and infrastructure development. Countries with abundant fossil fuel reserves may resist transitioning, while those with rich renewable energy resources stand to benefit. International cooperation and policy alignment are essential for a seamless global energy transition. The COVID-19 pandemic has left a lasting impact on global mental health, reshaping societal norms and psychological well-being. As people transition back to pre-pandemic routines, they face new challenges, including social anxiety, work-life balance concerns, and post-traumatic stress. One of the most notable effects is increased anxiety and depression. The isolation, uncertainty, and grief experienced during the pandemic have led to a rise in mental health issues. Many individuals continue to struggle with fear of infection, even in a world where vaccines and treatments are readily available. Remote work, which became widespread during the pandemic, has altered work dynamics. While it provides flexibility, it also blurs the boundaries between professional and personal life, leading to burnout and reduced social interaction. Companies must find a balance between remote and in-office work to maintain productivity and employee well-being. Another consequence is the change in social behavior. Many individuals, particularly younger generations, have grown accustomed to digital interactions, making face-to-face communication more challenging. Rebuilding social skills and fostering genuine human connections require conscious effort. Additionally, the pandemic has reshaped public health policies. Governments and organizations are now more prepared for future pandemics, with improved healthcare infrastructure and crisis response strategies. Psychological resilience and mental health support systems are integral to post-pandemic recovery. Artificial intelligence, AI, has emerged as a transformative force, influencing various industries, including healthcare, finance, education, and entertainment. Its capabilities continue to expand, raising ethical questions and challenges that must be addressed. One of the most significant advantages of AI is its ability to analyze vast amounts of data, leading to breakthroughs in medicine, personalized learning, and automation. AI-powered medical diagnostics, for example, enhance early disease detection and treatment plans, improving patient outcomes. In finance, AI algorithms optimize trading strategies, fraud detection, and customer service. Automated decision-making processes increase efficiency but also raise concerns about bias and transparency. Ensuring fairness in AI models requires continuous evaluation and regulatory oversight. The ethical implications of AI cannot be ignored. Issues such as job displacement, privacy concerns, and the potential misuse of AI-generated content pose challenges. The development of ethical AI frameworks, emphasizing transparency and accountability, is crucial to mitigating these risks. Moreover, AI's role in creative fields, such as music composition, art generation, and content creation, is rapidly growing. While AI-generated content enhances productivity, it also raises questions about authenticity and intellectual property rights. Striking a balance between AI assistance and human creativity is essential for the future. As we conclude this discussion, it is crucial to reflect on humanity's journey and the challenges that lie ahead. The past century has seen unprecedented advancements in science, technology, and society, yet numerous obstacles remain. One of the most profound achievements is the rise of globalization. The interconnectedness of nations has fostered economic growth, cultural exchange, and scientific collaboration. However, it has also led to challenges such as economic inequality, political instability, and environmental degradation. Climate change remains a pressing issue, requiring immediate and collective action. The commitment to sustainable practices, renewable energy, and conservation efforts determines the fate of future generations. Policies addressing carbon emissions, deforestation, and pollution are essential for a sustainable planet. Social justice movements have gained momentum, advocating for equality, human rights, and inclusivity. While progress has been made in gender equality, racial justice, and LGBTQ+ rights, continuous efforts are needed to eradicate systemic discrimination and biases. The future of space exploration holds immense possibilities. With ambitious missions to Mars, advancements in space travel, and the search for extraterrestrial life, humanity stands at the cusp of a new era. Collaboration between governments, private enterprises, and scientific institutions is key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. Finally, the pursuit of knowledge and ethical responsibility remains paramount. As technology evolves and societies progress, maintaining ethical integrity and human values ensures a just and prosperous future. The choices made today shape the legacy of tomorrow, making it imperative to act with wisdom and foresight.